In the next few minutes, I want to walk you through 5 financial traps that many people fall into in their 20s, and more importantly, how simply becoming aware of them can completely change your direction. Not in some dramatic overnight way, but in a calm, steady shift from confusion to clarity, from pressure to control. Because your 20s aren't about having everything figured out. They're about avoiding the mistakes that cost you years. What if I told you, most people don't become financially stressed in their 30s or 40s. They start quietly building that stress in their 20s, without even realizing it. Not because they're careless, but because no one ever points out the traps. Traps that feel normal, look harmless, even exciting at first, but slowly, they shape your future. And the scary part? By the time most people notice, years have already passed. Stay with me, because the third trap is the one that silently drains more money than almost anything else. Your 20s feel like freedom. You earn your own money. You make your own choices. You finally have independence. But at the same time, there's pressure. Rent, food, transport, expectations, and somewhere in between trying to enjoy life and trying to stay afloat, money starts slipping through. Not all at once, just little by little. And one day you pause and think, where is it all going? That's when the confusion begins. Because you're trying, but something still feels off. Here's the truth most people don't hear early enough. It's not the big mistakes that shape your financial future. It's the small habits you repeat without thinking. Your 20s don't just pass. They build patterns. And those patterns quietly follow you into your 30s and beyond. But once you see them, you can change them. Let's talk about 5 of the biggest traps. Welcome to Money with Jerry, a place where you sharpen your edge. Trap 1. Living to impress people. This one feels so normal. You get your first income, and naturally you want to enjoy it. Better clothes, nicer phone, going out more often, and sometimes spending just a little more so you don't feel left out. It's not about being irresponsible. It's about wanting to belong. But here's what happens quietly. Money that could build your future gets used to maintain an image. And the truth is, most people are too focused on their own lives to think about yours for long. Impressing people is expensive, but building your future is priceless. And the earlier you understand that, the more freedom you create. Trap 2. Thinking you have plenty of time. This is one of the most dangerous thoughts in your 20s. I'll start saving later. I'll invest when I earn more. I still have time. And it feels true, because your life is just beginning. But here's the subtle reality. Time is your biggest advantage. Not money, time. Every year you delay learning, saving, or investing is a year that could have quietly worked in your favor. But instead, it passes unnoticed. The difference between starting early and starting late isn't small. It's life-changing. And most people only realize that later. Trap 3. Not tracking your money. This is the one I mentioned earlier. And it's incredibly common. Money comes in. You spend. You handle bills. You move on. But you never really stop to ask, where exactly is my money going? Without tracking your money, everything feels okay. Until it's not. Small expenses add up. Unnoticed spending grows. And suddenly you feel stuck, without understanding why. Tracking your money doesn't restrict you. It reveals patterns. And once you see patterns, you can change them. Without awareness, change is almost impossible. Trap 4. Bad friend influence. Your environment matters more than you think. Not just physically, but mentally. The people around you shape your habits, your expectations, your decisions. If your circle constantly prioritizes spending over building, that becomes normal. If they dismiss saving or growth, that mindset spreads. It's not about cutting people off. It's about becoming aware of influence. Because the right environment doesn't pressure you to spend. It encourages you to grow. And growth is contagious, just like stagnation is. Trap 5. Chasing quick money. This trap feels exciting. Fast money. Easy gains. Opportunities that promise big results quickly. And in your 20s, that can feel very attractive, because you want to move forward faster. But here's the quiet truth. Most quick money paths rely on urgency, not stability. They encourage quick decisions, without long-term thinking. Real financial growth is slower, less exciting at times, but much more reliable. And reliability builds confidence. Confidence builds consistency, and consistency builds results. Take a second and imagine something. You're now in your early 30s, but instead of stress, you feel calm. You understand your money. You've avoided unnecessary pressure. You've built small habits that support your life. You make decisions with clarity, not confusion. You don't feel behind. You feel steady. Now imagine the opposite. Same age, but constant pressure, unclear finances, regret over missed time. That difference doesn't come from luck. It comes from avoiding these traps early. Here's something powerful. Your 20s are not about being perfect with money. They're about becoming aware, because awareness changes behavior, and behavior shapes your future. Wealth isn't built from one big decision. It's built from small, consistent choices over time. When you stop trying to look successful and start quietly building stability, everything changes. Not instantly, but steadily. And steady is what lasts. There are two types of people in their 20s. Those who follow what feels normal, and those who pause and question it. One group spends to keep up. The other builds quietly. One reacts to life. The other starts designing it. Neither path is obvious in the beginning, but over time, the results become clear. The question is simple. Which path feels like the one you want to take? Let's bring it together. Living to impress people. Thinking you have endless time. Not tracking your money. Being influenced by the wrong environment. And chasing quick money. These traps don't ruin your life overnight. They just slowly shape your direction. The good news? Direction can change at any moment. Even today. If this made you reflect on your own habits, comment aware below. Share this with someone in their 20s who deserves a better financial future. And subscribe if you want more calm, honest conversations about money and growth. Remember this, you don't need perfect decisions. You just need better awareness. Because over time, progress always beats perfection.